Good evening. This will just be a very short one. I've got some family up here at the moment, so I won't have time to do a great deal tonight. But I just wanted to comment. It's the 4th of July. Well, it's the 5th of July now I think starting now in the United States and in Europe. The Zaporozhye nuclear power plant is still standing. There were some very interesting comments coming out from Zelensky during the day that the Ukrainians were reporting that the Russians have been placing mines on the rooftops of some of the reactors. Look, nothing has come of that thus far. Hopefully this is all just bluff. As I'd sort of mentioned before, that this may have just been a way for Zelensky to try and put some pressure on the Western backers and financiers of the Ukrainian conflict to continue to provide support, and hopefully it's not a real threat either of the Russians or the Ukrainians. But at this stage, that's still standing. So wherever you are, if you're getting up in the morning in Europe now and you see this, things are okay at this stage. However, report that I've seen for the Russian Ministry of Defense that has just come out, Avdeevka, it appears as though there is a large build-up of Ukrainian forces there. I'll just read a little bit of this. Sorry, not from the Ministry of Defense. It's from the Slavyangrad, which is a Telegram channel, which often seems to have quite reliable information. So Slavyangrad is reporting urgent review on the situation at the front, Avdeevka direction. According to the latest information, the enemy, this is the Ukrainian armed forces, is preparing to carry out offensive operations with limited targets in the direction of the village of Optinoye. At the moment, the enemy forces from the 53rd and 110th are concentrating forces on the front line of defence to the west of Avdeevka. The 53rd, 142nd, 1st Brigade, 108th and 109th Brigade of the Ukrainian forces are loading ammo, refueling equipment. In some areas, they are lining up columns in march formations and are preparing to move in the areas of Avdeevka settlement. The reported purpose that Slavyangrad are reporting is that by the end of July the 5th of this year, which is today, to return the previously lost positions, as well as eliminate the threat of the operational encirclement of Avdeevka, as well as the fettering of part of the forces of the Russian armed forces during the offensive on the Zaporozhye front. Based on the incoming information about the speed of the enemy's movement and the preparation of the material, the start of attacks can be expected by 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I think right now, as I'm recording this, it's probably about 7 o'clock in London. So not quite sure what time that's going to be in Ukraine. Someone can probably figure that out for us. But that's reports from Slavyangrad, which are usually, as I say, quite reliable on their reporting. So perhaps we will see now, as mentioned, a big push after the 4th of July, which a number of people have commented on. The Western forces not wanting to launch a big offensive on the 4th of July and encounter heavy losses and have that displayed all over the televisions through the West and in America on the 4th of July. So perhaps, as expected and reported by some people, we will see an offensive from the Ukrainians starting. And from this reporting from Slavyangrad Telegram channel, it appears as though that may be starting to happen now. Look, I will try to get back and put something together here, report a little bit later on, either this evening or tomorrow. But for now, just a very brief one. Please subscribe, like, tell your friends. I'll talk soon.